Hey, what's going on, everyone? Just gonna start covering some of the new updates and patches that we just received basically yesterday. And I'm sure there's going to be tons of questions. I still have tons of questions, and maybe I can just help some of the new players and other players kind of struggling with a couple of these topics. I figured I would kind of break these down into just little segments instead of doing a gigantic whole overview. So I think the first one that we're going to start out with is everybody has been so interested in the recasting side of everything. And basically what I mean by that is trading traits to other drones. And this is a pretty big and cool feature. And so I am here in my Titan setup. And let's go just for training purposes. I'm going to get into my electrical, and you can see there is three different sides of this. And I think for my first formation, I am going to do a Titan, then I'm going to do an electrical, and then you can see my physical. And so not to get too in depth into all of that stuff, what's kind of important about this video is how to change your skills to other drones. Now, I think everybody was under the impression that we were going to be able to cherry pick skills. And this is again for basically training purposes only. I wouldn't take any of my skills completely serious because I haven't really used my burners as PvP or electricals vice versa. So I think what I'm going to do is just use this again as the training process here, and we'll see how this works here. But let's just say I have, looks like more PvE. So against Titan on this one, not the best of skills whatsoever. So again, don't take any of these skills. I'm not a huge fan of the boss skill, just personally for the Titan, just to give you guys a hint. So again, none of these skills here really mean that much to me. But if I was going to, want to trade my skills for better ones and maybe turn these electricals maybe into more of a PvP, I'm going to show you guys how to. You do have your evolve, you do have your recasting, and I guess since I'm here, maybe I can cover this also. So we're supposed to be able to use this recast consumption, and as of right now, if you look and see the select, if you hit that select, it says coming soon, stay tuned. And so obviously this feature has not, you see me trying to click the universal modified chip here, and then for every 35 or 30 modified chips spent, receive one universal modified chip, which can be used to select a drone passive skill at will. And so it sure would be nice if I could use this, because you guys can see I have a pretty good savings of this. And I don't think the feature is opened. Everybody's kind of been talking about it, and you can kind of see I'm going to keep hitting that select. And I think that's how you'll do it. You'll lock whatever skill, I think, and then my guess, and then you'll change the skill that's unlocked with the select, and then you might be able to change it that way. Nobody really knows because, again, that portion hasn't been opened yet. So, but all the way to the right here, you have Transpose. And so here, I have PvE basically on here. And let me see if I can find an okay PvP set here. And so I will go to my recoils. You can see right here is not a bad one. So I'll just use this as an example here, guys. So I'm going to click the Apis. That is what I want to use. And you can see that it's highlighted there in a small square. And then I'm going to transpose. And then it's going to tell me what's going to happen here. It is going to transpose basically my Orion skills to my Apis. And of course, this does cost diamonds. And I'm going to do this for the sake of how to do this. So I'm going to confirm. And there we go. I just transformed my electrical into a PvP uh, uh, basically drone now. So um, it's kind of up to you what you guys want to do. If you're going to mix and match your drones, if you're going to go straight sets across the board, all electrical, all burning, depending on everybody's setups and kind of what you're trying to do with the game and stuff. This has opened up, with all the new features and everything that they just gave us. There's chances for being more offensive, more defensive. I mean, there is a ton of strategy that was just added by all the new updates that they gave us, and it's going to be really interesting to see what everybody actually does. And so, you're going to have to figure out what you're going to do, if you're going to be all burners, if you're going to be all electrical, or if you're going to stay in the recoil. And so that's kind of for you to figure out. And then a lot of the rest of the stuff that we're going to cover in other videos is, starting to figure out what you're wanting to do. Do you want to be, again, more burning drone offensive, defensive, and really cool stuff that they added here. And it is a pretty massive game with all these additives and what do I do? What should I do? And, just in the beginning here, just collect what you can, start figuring out what you want to be, and then do this accordingly. And, if you have better skills on another drone, but you're deciding to use that for more PvE, or if you're deciding to do PvP, this is how you do it. And so, let me see. So that's Orion. And right here you can see, and don't take any of these skills serious. This tracking bomb here, I'm not a huge fan of it. Even though it's gold, I don't think that it works very good. I'm not sure if maybe they fixed it with the updates and stuff. But like I said, when you're seeing these skills, don't necessarily mimic this to your setup. You guys are going to have to figure out what's working best for you. For PvP and PvE, and the PvE is players versus events such as Titan and Legion boss and missions and different things like that. So your skills do have a gigantic impact on what you are doing. So just because you have gold does not mean that they are the greatest skills. So I'll give you guys another bone there. And then let me see, what else do I have here? Nothing great here. I'll use Gruss as the other example here. So I'm going to go here. And then again, you guys can see Gruss is sitting there. I'm going to transpose basically skills to skills here. And it's going to cost me another 300 diamonds. But right there, now I have potentially my setup. And, again, this is just for training. This isn't completely what I'm going to do here. Possibly, I haven't really decided. But you can see here, I have the electricals as PvP for the training purposes of this video. And so if you come back, you guys can see, I'll give you a little bone here. Again, my three setups, I have a Titan setup, and so that I can just click to this quickly to get to my PvE events and things that I'm going to do with that. I have my electrical, so if I'm doing electrical, be a pretty good idea to maybe keep, it all electrical. And so if you look at all my chips and ships and different things like that, we'll go to the spirit here. You can see here, burning decreased would be good on that one. Healing, hit rate, energy defense. There's so many different things that you can do here. Electric enhancement, if I am going to use the electricals. So that's why, changing over your skills and flipping everything over can maybe be important, just pending on what you're doing. I have my physical setup, but I don't know, because I like to use burning drones basically for my PvE side. I don't really want to use my burning drones necessarily for PvP right now, such as Star Scramble and Planet War. So I have been collecting other drones to, possibly go burning eventually, but I never jumped on the burning drone bandwagon necessarily. I was kind of more of a recoil, and not really quite sure how the recoil is going to stack up. I haven't heard too many players actually talking about the recoil side, but you can stack up that recoil the same way also. You can mix your drones up. You can do a bunch of stuff with this now. And so, again, you guys just got to figure out what you're going to do. And then, like I said, if you guys are going to go in there and, start messing with this, and, you're going to do all something, again, being able to go in here and transpose these is so crucial right now to organizing this in a whole different way, of playing this game to a degree. So hopefully this helps out a little bit, guys. If you know something that I don't, have any tips, any questions, I'll try to answer them the best that I can. Please leave a comment. I really do appreciate the support. I'm glad to see that Wingfighter is moving forward with the game, though. I mean, really cool stuff. And, I look forward to hearing what you guys have to say. And as I say generally in all of my videos, guys, just have fun.